Hello everybody, it's Cobalt here, and welcome back to another video. Before I actually get into the meat of this video, I just wanted to verbally thank you all so much for 7,000 subscribers. That is so awesome, and I really appreciate it. But this video is all about customs for sale, so without further ado, let's get right on into it with all of the old customs that are still up in my eBay shop. I'm just going to quickly be going through them all one by one. Of course, we still have this custom of Haru from Beastars, this zombie mouse custom made from a McDonald's pet, this water dragon, Toy Bonnie from Five Nights at Freddy's 2, this simple little brown head swap dog. We also have this bull terrier dog, which is actually a head swap as well. It is a bull terrier head and a German shepherd body. This ivory paint of a fairy. Of course, there are also a few other details that are added on, but most of the pet is just the original base color. Speaking of ivory paints, this is another ivory paint, and it also has sculpted hair. Then we have this tiger cocker spaniel, which is also a head swap. We have this dachshund, this Great Dane with glass eyes made by the very talented Owl Talons Customs. And the final pet is also a Great Dane, and it is this circus wasp dog design. Every single one of those customs is now at a very reduced price, as I am just trying to get rid of them, and for some reason business has been very slow recently, so for most of these guys they are going to be the lowest that they will get, and of course, as always, you can bid on the customs to try to get them for a cheaper price. But I would really appreciate it if you guys could help me clear these ones out of my inventory. And without further ado, let's get on to the new customs. I will be showing you a total of 6 new customs in today's video. But the first two customs are actually very old customs. I'm going to start with the oldest of the two, and it is my custom of the Demogorgon from Stranger Things, and he has fallen over. This custom was created all the way back in 2017 when I did some of my very first Stranger Things customs, which have now all been sold except for this one, and I decided that it's finally time to make myself a new Demogorgon custom and truly do the Demogorgon justice. But this Demogorgon was made from a Greyhound base figure. I cut off the tail and I sculpted this massive head. It looks like it would be very top heavy. Its head is fairly heavy, but if you position it correctly, it is able to stand up on its own. What I will say is all the teeth are made of toothpicks, so it is a little bit sharp, so just don't stab yourself with it. And it also has a lot of hot glue to make up the mouth, but I think the back looks awesome. I still really like the texturing. I think it looks super nice. But of course, I cannot wait to make myself a new Demogorgon custom, because I already know that it's going to be amazing. But with the hype of Stranger Things 4, I hope that this guy will find himself a brand new home. And continuing with the theme of Stranger Things and Demogorgons, we have my custom of Dart the Demodog. Looks more like just a regular Demodog, but it is technically Dart because he has his little spots right here. This was made from a iguana base, and of course, once again, just like the Demogorgon, I sculpted the head. I actually cut the iguana's head in half, so that's why this inside looks weird. This is what the inside of an iguana head looks like, and I just turned that into the inside of the mouth and sculpted all the little teeth. So instead of toothpicks like this guy, his teeth are actually hand sculpted, but I feel like he doesn't have very many teeth. The rest are all just painted on the inside. I will show you a little sneak peek of the new version of Dart because I've actually started working on him already. I still have a bit more sculpting to do on this guy, but as you can see, it is already a vast improvement, and he has a million teeth now, and I'm really excited to paint this custom. But this little guy over here is very excited to find a new home, so I hope that you guys like him. Moving on to the next customs for sale, these guys are of course my newest customs that I have most recently finished. These two I am currently showing together because they are my Pride themed customs for this year. As you already know, for multiple years for June, I have been making these LPS customs that I call my Pride Pandas. They are basically made from Panda LPS bases, and they represent different Pride flags. Unfortunately, due to school ending and coming back home and also having surgery, I was not able to create any Pride Pandas for sale this year, but I did have a lot of feedback of people saying that they would like to see Pride-related customs made from other bases, so I decided to make these guys. They are not very obviously Pride customs. I basically just decided to make them like they would just be normal people, but then they have little Pride pins on their clothes. So we're going to start off with this collie because they are the one that I finished first. I decided to design both of these customs so that they could be any gender that the buyer wants them to be, so I'm just going to be referring to them with they them pronouns. But this collie is basically a head swap of an ear up collie and a paw up collie. I did not head swap it, it just came like this, so if you buy lots of blank bases, sometimes you will get a collie that's like this. And as you can see, I sculpted the earrings. I really love sculpting these kind of piercings on ear up collies like this. I just think it looks super nice. And then I sculpted their hair and their clothes and the little pride pin. Love this color palette. This was just a random color palette that I chose, but I think the pinkish purple and the two tan shades and the yellow eyes just look super awesome together. Speaking of the eyes, there are little hearts in the eyes as well, and there is a heart on their shirt, and of course the pin on their shirt is just a classic rainbow pride pin. I really like this guy, so I hope that they find a good home, and I really want to to make a lot more designs with this color palette in the future. Speaking of which, the last custom that you'll see in this video actually does have the same color palette. But let's move on to the other Pride custom. So again, it is a similar theme to the collie, this time made from a Cocker Spaniel and with a darker brown color palette. This character has 2 Pride pins. I gave them the same rainbow Pride pin and a trans pin as well. Again, I didn't really want to make this one obviously a specific gender, so you can make this any kind. It could be a trans boy, trans girl, or a non-binary person. So again, their clothes are sculpted. I gave them sort of this hoodie, so it has a hood, and then of course the 2 Pride pins, and they also have earrings. And the jacket was slightly inspired by the jacket that Max is wearing in season 4 of Stranger Things, because that is, you know, taking up my entire brain capacity. But I think that this design of this character is also really cute, and once again, I will show you them both together. I really hope that you guys like these 2 and that they find a good home. And of course, happy Pride Month. I will obviously be making more Pride customs in the future. It doesn't have to be June, but I just wanted to wish everybody a happy Pride Month because I haven't really done that yet. So yeah, alright, moving on to the next 2 customs. So this is a very simple repaint custom of one of these paw-up licking cats. I just thought that making a Siamese cat would be super cute because I think that those type of cats just have really neat markings. And I gave this one blue eyes. As you can see, it's not super obvious, but I'll compare it to a different custom. The, I guess, whites of this custom's eyes are actually light blue instead of white. I just thought that would make them a little bit more unique. And then their paw right here is painted. And it's just a, you know, a simple, cute little cat because I thought that making a Siamese cat would be fun. And here is the final custom. As I mentioned, I was so obsessed with this color palette that I had to make a second custom based off of it. So I made this little pastel cow. I have very few cow bases because I like a lot of the cow LPS that I have, but I decided to sacrifice one because I know people really like the cow LPS, and this is my second time customizing an LPS cow. They have massive eyes, and I think they just look so adorable. This one also has little hearts in the eyes, just like the collie and the Cocker Spaniel, and it has this little heart here on its cheek. And it's basically just a regular cow with the tan and cream colors that the collie had, and I also gave this one the pinkish purple hair, and I think that this design just turned out so cute. They look so innocent and sweet, and I love the pastel vibes. Alrighty guys, so these are all the customs currently up for sale in my eBay shop. Speaking of customs, my commissions are also open for pretty much the entire summer. Depending on when you're watching this video, if you're wondering if my commissions are still open, you can actually check my Instagram bio, or you can just check my Etsy. There's a link in the description to that. So if my commissions are open when you're watching this, you should commission me because I would really appreciate it so that I can have money when I go back to college in September. So yeah, once again, thank you so much for 7,000 subscribers. I cannot wait to keep making you content, and I hope that you guys love these customs and I hope that you consider checking them out. Once again, all of the oldies that I showed you in the beginning are super duper on sale, so you should totally buy them so that I don't have to own them anymore. But that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next one. Goodbye.